Nothing much, man. What's going on? How's everything?
Good, 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 man. Can't complain. Everything's good. How about you?
Beautiful, beautiful. Same old, bro. Same old. Just
Yes,
doing our
sir.
thing,
You
you know?
you good to go for a little Q&A?
Yeah, let's do this, man. Let's
All
make
right,
it happen.
let's get into it, man. Waste no more time. So, first question for you:
Yeah.
How does Limitless Tire stay ahead in offering the latest and most reliable products in the market?
So this one is very simple. We've never focused on selling products that are easy to find. We've
Hmm.
never focused on products that are available everywhere. And
Hmm.
we've never focused on products that are, old and outdated. Our goal has always been to, stay in touch with the suppliers and to see what they're selling now and what's new. And because we sell quite a bit for these guys, they're always letting us know before, any product goes out on the market. They want us to test it out. Many of the suppliers will reach out to us and say, look, I haven't launched to anyone yet. This is the wheel that we have. We want to see if you can kind of get an idea as to what the market is saying. So we're kind of, in their testing, beta phase testing, system, you can say. So we just get the product before many of the people will.
That's dope.
Yeah.
All right. What are some of the challenges you faced in operations, and how have you overcame
There's a lot. There's a lot,
them?
man. Like majority of them are things like just day to day operations, and they just happen on a regular, consistent basis, and you just have to have this fire to just want to be on top of things and get things done as quickly as possible, as efficiently as possible, without hurting anybody, without ruining anyone's day. So what you do is you take your experience and you say, you know what, how would I want to be dealt with? How would I feel if someone spoke to me like this, or they dealt with me like that? You put yourself in their situation and just deal with it that way. And then there are certain situations that don't involve people; they involve products. A product could go wrong, right? There could be a problem with a product, and in that situation, you again put yourself in that position of the customer and say, okay, if I was a customer, what would I want to hear now? And the best part about this is it's a very simple concept. All you got to do is just put your pride away, right? And any business can use this model. I hope people see this and they say, you know what, I want to make some changes, and they end up making some changes. And all you got to do is just do the right thing. We all know what's right and what's wrong, all right? For example, a customer comes in and they purchase something, and then there's something wrong with the product, or the customer's vehicle came into the shop and they're saying there's like a scratch or a dent on the car that wasn't there before. That's just an example. There's only two possible solutions for this. Possible outcomes. The first one is you got to go back into your cameras and you got to see, did anyone damage the vehicle before it came in, right? While it was coming in, while there was work being done to it, while it was going back out, while it was parked. And if you realize you're wrong, you just got to do the right thing, fix it. You might lose a little bit of money in the process, but you'll gain that customer's trust for life. They will trust you forever. And they'll go out and tell 10, 15, 20, 30 different people for many years to come of this situation, because people get together. And what do? They talk about their, experiences. So
Awesome.
that's pretty much the easiest way to put it.
So the customer is never affected. You just keep it moving.
You just got to take care of them. That's it. And again, if you don't want to put yourself in their shoes because you're like, oh, I would never buy this product, put your family members in that shoes. Let's just say your dad or your mom or your siblings, your friends, family. They go out to a business, whatever business it may be, and they're not dealt with the way they're supposed to be dealt with. And we know what that is. Fix the problem. Make the customer happy. The customer is always right. And as long as you do that, you're good to go.
Wow. Well said, man. So just moving on because I know you're busy. So
We're
uh,
all busy, man.
I want to talk about industry trends in our industry, like automotive industry trends.
Yeah,
Um,
that one's big.
how are emerging trends like electric vehicles influencing the tire and rim market?
Okay, so this is the best part about our business and this industry in general. You will see, large, oil change places, shift over to tires.
Mm,
And the reason they do that is because they know there's gonna come a time where, brakes, they might not be hydraulic anymore. They might be electric. Engines, they want to be phased out. They're going to be phased out, and there won't be any oil changes. So, with this industry, you're always going to need tires. Tires will change. Don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, Michelin's come out with a tire that's like airless, right? So it doesn't go flat. Yeah. So in that situation, you're as long as you're one of the top guys that are selling tires, you're still going to be around. The wheel and the tire is actually one piece in that situation. But I believe tires are going to be around forever. Uh, Maybe they'll change, and the same thing for rims. When you are selling rims, you're not in a automotive industry to a certain extent. You're more in a fashion industry, and
mm,
fashion's always around. A question was asked on, I believe it was Dragon's Den, and it was like, oh, newer vehicles, they're coming out with better looking rims. Yeah, but there's always going to be something better, right? They might start, putting on the rims that we sell right now, but then there will be different designs that come out. That's where we are. We're on top of it. We have suppliers that bring us the products before they even hit the market. So
hmm
you want to go to a place where you don't look back later. You know what happens is you don't see how many people have rims until you get rims. And the
Ah,
worst part is you pay, three, four, five, six, seven, 10, 12, $15,000 for a set of rims and tires and maybe even a lift kit. And then when you get out there and you start noticing it, think about it. When you got a vehicle, right,
yeah,
a Lexus, I'm pretty sure you didn't notice many Lexuses as many as you notice after, especially
no,
the ones that are your color.
you're
The
exactly
same thing
right. No,
happens with rims, right? You end up noticing rims everywhere, and you don't want to regret that decision because you're not gonna. Again, we mentioned it before. You're not gonna buy rims, every 6 months, right? Maybe once a year, but most likely every 3 to 4 years.
yeah,
And when you get them, you want to know that your money was well spent.
right, because it's almost like a purchase. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 definitely, definitely.
You know. Thank you.
No
Next
problem.
question: what sustainable practices does Limitless Tire implement, and how do they impact your business and the environment?
So, the thing about our industry and the business that we're in, there's a very little oil, right? And
Hmm
I mean, the best thing that I can tell you that we're doing is we're staying away from anything that has to do with oil. So we don't do oil changes, transmission oil changes, differential oil changes. We just don't do that. That's the first thing. The next thing is in terms of vehicles. We have over 15,000 pages on our website that is full of content regarding vehicles that are not gas related, that are basically mainly focusing on electric. What that means is we want to be in a position in a couple of years where Google ranks us for a place where you can go and have your battery replaced for your
Mm,
electric vehicle. We want to promote that. Again, we're not against gas vehicles. I mean, there's nothing that sounds better than a loud exhaust, right? uh but again, nothing against it, but we do have to do our part. We have a responsibility. The kids, they our kids, our kids, they need to have a future. They need to have a place where they can live, and they're not dealing with any sort of calamities that are caused by us. And again, the main focus is to be a service that can offer services to electric vehicles, and hopefully by then they have different types of non, gas related vehicles. They can probably at some point. I'm pretty sure they're going to come up with something that runs off of water. That would be fantastic, right? But who knows how far that is? But again, we're going to focus on what we have right now, and I think as long as we do that, we're going to be fine.
That's excellent, man. That's all the questions I have for you right now. Feel free to say anything in closing. Limitless forever. That's from me.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And I appreciate you taking out the time. These are some really good questions, and I think the most important part is that there's no scripts in my hand. There's no paper. Is coming from the heart because this is who we really are, and that's, in my opinion, that's the most important thing.
Transparency is key.
That's right.
That's the truth. All right.
All right,
Much
bro.
love.
Take it easy,
Love.
man. Until next time.
Take care.
Take care.